Alrighty, it's Valentine's Day, and we're looking at the channel here that we have been in, and it's nearing the bottom, and so the likelihood of it going up is pretty good, and actually this right here is a really good place to get in. So I did, and then along here, and I'm hoping for very small things. Probably could be hoping for more, but the fact that it has kind of peaked over and this is lower than that one, this isn't bad, and that's a good trade. It went up and then hesitated and playing around with it and then dropped down. And I was slightly concerned that that may be all the rise that we got and perhaps it was going to drop some more. Still think it's probably going to get up to that gold line, so I hung on. Second attempt to rise didn't get very far, so I lowered my limit order and it hit it, took it, and I made 150 on that first trade. So there is conflicting info on the short term. Right down here we have, you can see a loss of momentum on the RSI, but the MACD is very low and looks like it's turning up. We also have a divergence here where you can see that the price action has gone higher at the same time that the RSI has lost momentum. So that does tell us that it's probably going to be turning and dropping. So I got into a short at this possible ceiling right here, or just below it. And it did drop a little bit there, and I actually got out a little bit early. I made 200 on that next trade, which was generally a kind of a smallish trade, but not bad. It was profitable, so that's good. 2 good trades in a row. Okay. Decided that it probably was going to bounce up a little bit. That MACD is just so low. It's very enticing. And also just the general uptrend that I'm seeing, I do think it'll probably rise a bit. And if we can even get up to this gold SMA, I'm happy. Didn't quite get up there before I got out. I was just a little bit worried that it wasn't going to. I don't quite know why I was worried, but maybe because the opening bell is in less than 5 minutes, I'm not sure. But anyway, got out of that second trade and it went well. All right. I'm still thinking that this is probably a peak here and it's in line with the other peaks. So I did a short at this point, thinking that it would probably drop. It did not. It went way up, and not terribly shocked there because we do have an uptrend that we're kind of fighting against. So basically lost all my profits from the first 2 trades on that bet that it was going to drop. And it did come back down. I went ahead and placed a reverse order right at that gold SMA, which is exactly where I got in. And it did not take, I don't think. Oh, I think it took it here, but it didn't quite show it. I raised it up. That's what's happening here. Okay. So now I'm in a long position and it went ahead and dropped back down again. So I'm kind of got myself into the situation where I'm reacting at the wrong times. But the fact that it went up so far right there and actually peaked out higher than this one, I do think being in a long is probably a good place to be, even though it's dropping at the moment. Okay, so now it dropped below that, and I'm trying to figure out, was I wrong, or should I hang on? Kind of hit bottom there. It's looking like it might be going back up. Okay, I decided to get out at that gold SMA. I'm a little bit worried about it all, and I'm going to lose about 450 so on this trade here. So unfortunately, I've lost all my profits except for $25, which basically covers the, well, it doesn't even quite cover the commissions. So not looking good so far this morning. Done 5 trades. Okay, I'm trying to get my head on straight. The MACD is losing momentum here. The RSI is really high. I'm going to try another short here. So I got in a short. Looking good. Went up a little bit and then dropped some more. Dropped some more. Okay, I put in a stop order because that is a really good trade right here. Stop order here, and then it went above it. It's just like delayed in taking my orders. It finally took it. So now I've gotten 375 on this trade, on the 6th trade. So that's good. Okay, it looks like maybe it's going to go back up. Again, it's just kind of flat this morning. Not very interesting. It went up, and I have my limit order down here. You can see the price action is way up here. So again, it's really, really delayed in taking orders. So, I mean, if it did execute right here, I would be golden today. But it's still sitting there. It's not taking the order. It finally took it, and I made 325 on that last trade. So with 7 trades, I did 2 that were bad trades, and the first 3 were kind of so-so. The last 2 were awesome. So I made my 2.3%, which is just shy of the 2.5% that I'm aiming for. Very happy with today's trading.